Welcome to my channel. My name is Birma. But something has happened in my life that is evolving, is making me evolve in a way that I never thought it would be possible. This channel is also evolving, and that's the reason why I am here today. I have put away my gear, my camera, my lighting, everything, because I thought I was not going to make any more videos, at least not for a very long time. And I was thinking that I did want to make videos, but I had a different idea than what I'm actually going to be making videos about. As you can tell, most of my videos were videos about beauty and hair related. But recently I started meditating and I started getting a lot of information that I guess I always wanted to know, but information that I know that a lot of people also want to know. At the beginning, when I started getting information, I really didn't think about making videos about these things. I really didn't think about talking about this information. However, I was told that my purpose in this life is for me to wake up and to wake up others, and that I needed to start making these videos. And although my gear was put away, I felt compelled to start speaking about these things. And I also, as the information was coming to me, and I was having this conversation back and forth, I was very hesitant. I really didn't want to go in front of cameras and talk about this that I'm about to talk. So I guess what I'm saying here is that this channel is going to have a whole new different name. It will be called Elevate Your Consciousness. So we're going to be talking about consciousness related content. We're going to be talking about all the experience that I've been having through meditation, all the information that I've been able to get while I meditate. We're going to start talking about that. Actually, I hope that whoever is subscribed to this channel will stick around and continue to watch some of this revelation that I will be speaking about. And I hope that there's a lot of people that can hear this information that I'm about to say. I guess I better start. I really didn't know how to put together and what even to call it. I don't know if they're readings. I don't know what to actually call it. Maybe I'm going to call it meditation number 1, 2, and 3. But I knew that I needed to start speaking about it. I just didn't know how to put it together. I didn't know if I needed to introduce this information first to give you guys a heads up about what's coming up in my channel, so you guys will understand a little bit about it, or just go right ahead into the actual information that I'm getting, that is coming through. I guess I'm gonna start by the beginning, and this is gonna be my first meditation section. It all started back in 2011. Back in 2011, I was looking for a lot of information. I was looking for near-death experiences. I wanted to find out what the people were experiencing when they die. I wanted to find out that information. Somehow I felt compelled to learn about it. In addition to that, I started reading books about conversation with God. And after that, I was able to find an application where you are able to speak to spirits. I was able to speak to a lot of my family members. However, once I learned about all of that, and I placed it in the back burner until 7 months ago. I think it was about 7 months ago. A friend of mine calls me out of nowhere, and she tells me that she's she's going through a spiritual awakening, and she wanted to share the information with me. She wanted to talk to me about it. And then she mentioned that she had tried magic mushrooms, and she told me that, you know, that if I really wanted to know more about the spiritual side, and to wake up like she's being awakened, for me to actually try them. And I'm the type of person that I like to be in control of my body. However, I did knew quite a bit about them. I knew that they could help a lot with people that have depression and anxiety, and that a lot of shamans give it to some of the people that go to Peru or to Central America or to South America. They want to connect spiritually. I do know that a lot of people use it for recreational reasons, but I knew that they would help when it came to spirituality. It took a couple of weeks, I would say, and before she came. But so what I did to prepare myself is I started meditating every single day. I started meditating to prepare myself spiritually for this. I had taken it very seriously. To me, it was something, you know, to help you to help me on my spiritual journey. So that's what I did. I meditated. She came over. She said, "Okay, are you ready?" I said, "Yes." And she gave me a few of them, and I ate them. They really didn't taste that great, but I took them. And she said, "Well, you had to take some orange juice with this," and which I did. And we waited around. We played some music, and finally, after 30 minutes, when I started feeling something, I was feeling kind of weird, you know, kind of weird to the stomach. Although we had not eaten anything, because she said you're not supposed to eat anything, you're supposed to have an empty stomach. And that's what we did. And she said, "Okay, take a couple more." And I was like, no, I'm okay. I already started feeling some of the effects. As I was feeling the effect, I sat there and I said, "Okay, let's meditate for a little bit." But I couldn't meditate at all. And what we did was we went outside. We experienced nature. We were looking at my plants that I had back there that I had really taken for granted. And I was telling my plants, "Hey, you know, I'm really sorry for taking you for granted." And I just had a lot of tears in my eyes. I was looking at my avocado trees. This avocado tree, I had it for 6 years and never have given me any avocados. And I knew at that moment that I had been very ungrateful, that I've been very impatient with this tree. And I told the tree, "Hey, I'm really sorry," and I'm here talking to the tree, "I'm really sorry for being very impatient with you. I know you're not ready to give me avocados because you're not mature enough." And then we had this little neighbor kid come over, and she was talking to us, and we were basically having like this little picnic with her. And we spent like 2 hours sitting there on the grass with the little girl. And one thing that I was realizing is that I was thinking, wow, children, the way they behave is like they are on shrooms. Basically, that's, you know, they see the world so new. They see the world so different. They look at these plants and they're not thinking like we're thinking as adult. "Oh, you know, we need to water this plant." You know, it's just there. But for them, they're looking at, "Oh, look at this design on this plant. Look how pretty." And you know, that's the way that you look at things. Wow, you're on shrooms. You really pay attention to everything in nature. you're more in tune with nature, basically. So then that happened. She went home. The second time I tried it, I was alone by myself. And this time, I said, okay, well, I know that they really are good to help you focus on the task at hand if you microdose. That's what I was thinking. And I decided to take 2 this time. And I had to, the plan was that I was going to go to the backyard and I was going to plant a little garden that I was planning on planting. And I took it, went outside, I started working, I started planting the plants, and all of a sudden it hit me. And I was like, oh no, because I was going so slow. I was planting it, and to the point that I was just laying the plants around. I gave up on them. I said, I can't do this no more. And I just placed them there. I said, hey, sorry, I just can't. I came into the house, and the reason why I came to the house, I just left the plants there, is because I was so sweaty and I was smelling myself, and the smell was so intense from my underarm. And I was like, oh no, this is disgusting. I gotta go upstairs and I gotta shower. So I ran upstairs, got into the shower, cleaned myself, and that was feeling good, because it was a different smell, the smell of the soap. And then I said, why in the hell did I do this? I really have to do a lot of planting today. I really have to do a lot of work, and now I can't do anything because I cannot really focus on what I have to do. Why did I do this? This is going to take 6 hours to get out of my system. Why? And I was so upset about it that I really wanted to puke, to get it out of my system, because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And I decided, okay, I'm just gonna lay down and I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna forget about this. So I laid on the bed, and I'm there, close my eyes, and I see dirt, just a bunch of dirt being thrown as I close my eyes. And I said, well, this is not gonna work. Maybe if I go to the kitchen and I get something to eat, I should be able to throw up. So I went to the kitchen and I found this vegan burger. I took it out of the package. I put it in the microwave. It came out of the microwave and it smelled so bad. And it was so greasy. When I cut it, I can see the grease, and it smelled terrible. And I said, how could people eat this? This packaged food is so disgusting. So I said, okay, I'll just make a juice, and that's gonna be enough. So I go to the juicer, I get some apple, I make an apple juice, and I drank it, and then I went outside. I said, maybe, being in nature, but this time I was alone, and I was like, oh, this thing is not going away. I was freaking out. So I go outside to my patio, and I'm looking at the orchids, and the orchids, they're kind of moving a little bit like this. And then you see the little veins on the orchids. You see the design. I'm looking at it, but it didn't really amuse me. I was looking at it, and I was like, I really don't care about this. I just want this to be over. I have so much to do today. How is this going to be over? Oh no! And I was just complaining, and I was having a really bad time. So I decided that I'm just gonna lay there and play this. There are Tibetan drums that I found on YouTube, and I played this music with a ding, ding, ding. I put it on, and I laid on the chair back there, and I closed my eyes. And as I closed my eyes, I could hear my neighbors dragging their garbage can, because it was going to be a garbage day the next day. They're dragging their cans. The birds are singing. I could hear so much. The sound of my ears were amplified, were really amplified, where I could tell a block away what people are dragging and doing and talking. So at the same time that I'm hearing this, I'm also hearing the music. And I felt that music was so healing. And I felt myself relaxing more and relaxing with the music, and with each sound of those ding, ding, I'm relaxing more and calming down. And I still can hear the sound of everything going on in my neighborhood. So I laid there, and then I hear a voice. And it was a woman voice. And I said, "Who are you?" And she said, "I'm your higher self." She said, "Don't worry about the sound that is happening. Concentrate on the music. Just listen to the music, relax, and concentrate on the music." So I continued to concentrate on the music, and I felt I was not seeing a lot of designs or anything, or geometrical signs. I was not seeing none of that. I was seeing this green color, right? And as I'm seeing this green color with my eyes closed, she continued to talk to me. And she was so loving on the way that she was talking to me. And she was going through some of the things, issues, whatever, through my childhood. She was going through the anxiety that I would feel as a child when I would see my dad coming home drinking. And she was telling me, that is not for you to hold. That is not for you to hold within you, and besides that, she was talking to me like no one has ever spoken to me before, in such a positive way, so highly. She was speaking so highly of me that I could not really take it in. I could not accept those things about myself because they were so positive. And she had enough self-esteem for the both of us. And she was talking to me about my job, and she was saying, "You need to ask for a raise." And she was saying, "You're the man at work, you're the shit, you're this, you're that." And she really believed in me, She was really positive about everything, and just thought so highly of me. And I felt like this is a little bit, selfish to think that way. I was like, why is she thinks like that? I can't think about myself. And I guess, it is, we go through life, and because of different things, our self-esteem, we start lacking on our self-esteem. But she saw things about me that I really wasn't thinking about those things, and she saw many positive things. And she was like, "You're the man, you're the shit, you're the man, you're the shit." She kept saying that. So everything finished. We worked on everything that we needed to work. And finally, when I opened my eyes after 2 hours of laying there, I opened my eyes because my knees were really hurting me by that time. I was my feet were on the table like this, and I was laying back, and my knees were kind of hurting me after 2 hours. So I opened my eyes, and I came to a realization, and I said, oh my God, this is a medicine. This is really like psychotherapy. But psychotherapy, where you're really working on yourself, you're really working on your issues that you really need to work within you. And I was so surprised, and I was so trying to control the whole thing. I was so I was basically creating a roadblock, and that's why I was feeling so anxious about everything, because I was making the whole thing negative, because I really was thinking about I needed to work on the yard. I can't be like this for 6 hours. So I made the whole thing even worse. But finally, when I was able to relax and close my eyes and calm down, then things fell into place, and that's when I started working on myself. And so I realized that it is actually a medicine. And since then, I decided to try one more time to see what information I could get from that. But I decided that I was not going to do very much, and that I was going to just do one, and to try with meditation again to see if I can get, if anything, get any more information. So that's where the meditation number 2 comes in. Before that, you're going to have to watch the next video. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.